I want to hear your thoughts on it because I know, mate, since I found out this is what we got to cover, I've been ticking like all night long thinking about it.
No sleep. I hope it delivers, Harry. I hope it delivers. If there are any NA fans back in North America who stayed up late or got up early to watch this, I think we're all hoping for a competitive series no matter who wins. It's a heartbreak. That's the only way to look at it right now. Heartbreak for someone, for one of these teams, for some of these players. Shocks, Zip, both these guys making top 16 every single major. That cannot continue. But we wait for nothing. We're getting right in. Vertigo is the first map. It's a Liquid pick. Astralis on that CT-sided start. Lots of util for Liquid as well. They just want to run the standard smoke wall, potentially mollying the sandbags, playing it safe. Farley's going to get aggressive.
Oh, that's a good opener out of Elige, though. Flashed off the angle. It all starts to get a little bit messy up in this bomb site. Config's getting aggressive over on the short side. Shocks and Naf, they go swinging him together. And so they will overwhelm. Dane up in the front line, the only man playing ahead of these smokes that are now down. Glaive going up, going over. Ooh, okay, little stray bullet gonna catch Elige, and oh dear, it's the old boys of Astralis that part ways with Liquid first. It's a real clash from the past there as Zip and Glaive get a kill onto Naf and Elige piece. OC swinging out. Let's at least keep this in the advantage of Team Liquid. And now a lot of time ticked off this bomb. Someone's got to get on it. They're low on health. They're low on chances. And OC, he's not, he's not pulled into that famed Liquid curse, the famed kind of rivalry that went on. He's a fresh face within this squad. And he's not feeling that pressure, not feeling the burden of it.
And that's what we need, right, for Liquid if they were ever going to take the series away. It's not just OC who's such a young player, such a fragger, but also Shocks, right, like the cool head on this team. Maybe it can at times be the hype man for this roster when they're in sticky situations. And when you're up against Astralis, always in the back of your head, you know what Liquid are thinking. Fast mid push, and OC's holding for it. It's going to be an easy cleanup onto the flat eco. No kills for Astralis as they buy up nothing and coming in with the big guns in round number 3. For me, I want to see how much ramp control Astralis want to establish early in this game in the gun rounds on CT side. We already saw them flash back into ramp on the pistol. It fed a couple of kills the way of Liquid. So how is that going to look now that we've got a little more util to play with, a little more weaponry? Liquid still going to be running bonus though, so Double Mac 10 can try and keep it fast, try and catch Astralis sleeping in these early rounds. Shocks with a preemptive smoke for a Molotov, going to keep the pressure on the B stairs, just doing his defaulting as Liquid hold off on all sides of the map. Cool nade for the boost.
Yeah, Config still looks to play into this though, still wants to get involved. Molly out in middle is far from ideal for Team Liquid. Elige tries to get up the B ramp. Oh, okay, nice. They have run down middle, they have gotten out past Glaive. The CT player in Blame F mollied off and forced back off the angle, gonna give a bit of breathing room. Liquid, they're on a bit of a timing here. They need to run down the site, man, and they will. OC might be low, trapped in at the generators, but that's not going to stop him from swinging wide onto Farley. And now Blame F all alone in this clutch. CT side, man, this is where this guy does his best work. It's not over yet. That nade going to bring them even lower. 2 bullets could end this round for Blame. 2 bullets could pick up the first for Astralis, but will they connect? He's still being very measured as to how he approaches this one. Sneaking his way in now. Naf's going to try swing on the contact blade. First man gone! And there it is, the 1v2 and 2 points of health remaining. It's the first on the board for Astralis. And it comes off the shoulders of a giant.
Yeah, this guy has been the one consistency, right? He's been the one guy who, at least on the numbers-wise, has been putting up some incredible CT sides. We know about the woes, the struggles on T-Halves for Astralis. I'm certain we'll see them today, but Blame has been so consistent in his CT rounds especially. So, nice little clutch. Liquid so claustrophobic there. You could see how scared they were just hitting down on boxes with 20 health apiece. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. And it's going to be a nice little clutch out of Astralis to start this map. course, only bonus for Liquid, hence the quick mid to be, just using those Mach 10s fast. Oh, that nade just jumps away. A little tag for OC off the top of the ramp before Astralis' smoke bloomed. They get punished for getting the information. Farley might even try and get out as well. Liquid, they've got a lot of real estate at least. Bottom B, not contested. Only Zip here right now. Config has been divvying it up between mid and B. Liquid, though, they're going to group back on that A site. Full ramp control right now. Are there reflashes for Astralis? They have nothing in terms of util, right? Nades and mollies to stop a plant. They would love Liquid to go so late that there's no backing out. Instead, it's Astralis who are going to force the fight, force the issue. Pushed up on ramp for a little peek. Config gets headshot. Nice entry from Nitro, and now Liquid just need to explode.
Oh, Farley's re-swinging back in very, very late there. Nitro, double opener in towards this A side of the map. And oh, it's a nice nade in response out of Blame. He's not out of the round, is he?
Nope.
Doubling up. Bringing this back for Astralis. Blame F tries to go up, tries to go over, but ultimately goes down. And now they're going to trade this little AWP around. Now fly the man to Don it, what with him being so low. Molly to force him out of the boost. The flash wrecks him with Glaive so low as well. That utility, yeah, it scratches OC down just a bit, but uh-oh, backpack's been seen. Shocks. He knows that swing was coming, and so there's the closer. Liquid are up onto a third. They brush that one aside. Now they break the money of Astralis. And man, I've got to say, you know, if Liquid can get a good few T-side rounds under their belt, I think they could run away with this first map.
Certainly an option. Right now, Astralis' game plan of trying to re-aggress in mid-rounds on ramp is just getting them absolutely screwed, right? There was no utility there. They had nades and mollies and some nice nade usage at least, getting a kill from Blame, damage onto the planter. But yeah, you really want those flashes to go back over the yellow side and actually try and fight Liquid while they set up on ramp. Astralis know what's going on, right? That's what Vertigo often comes down to. It's the info game. It's, oh, are we being faked out? Which one's the commit? How many are on ramp? Are they walking away? And Astralis so desperate to just try and brawl it out on ramp, but Nitro with a really sick double entry in this round. You know, we're talking history between Liquid and Astralis, and you can't talk about it without mentioning Nitro. He's been here many a time. Now just pistols for Astralis. They're stacked up on A though. Perfect round to do so. Naf's out on mid, but we've got a bit of a boost up for Astralis. Using this in an eco is interesting. You might want to save this for gun rounds, but there are multiple boosts you can do over this A ramp side. Naf holding in middle, but Zip's getting walked on right now. Nitro's right below him. He has no idea.
Yeah, this is poised really nicely for a mid to be, and with Zip just blindsided by Nitro, there's no one else left to actually hold the line. It was a heavy A lean out of Astralis, right? They had a big old boost employed over towards the short side. They were peeking ramp, and so this one going to get laid to rest pretty convincingly. Gotta say, man, I like what we're getting out of Liquid early on here. Yeah. I feel like, you know, you can still sometimes see like the battle scars of the past in the heads of some of the OG Liquid boys, but whenever you have someone like OC or Shocks left alive in these clutches with a bit of health, I say clutches, you know, I actually mean like they're the team with the XV1.
Yeah.
I feel like you actually get a fair bit of them too, like trying to swing, trying to fight, trying to just put the round to rest. You know, we've had moments for the other Liquid guys where definitely they try to lean into the more conservative nature of those rounds.
Yeah,
I don't want to say it, but we have
them
exactly,
past,
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's quite nice. You know, this is where like the injection of fresh faces is actually a really good thing for Liquid.
But is that the same case for Astralis? Have they quite figured it out just yet? Oh dear, Farley's pushed down on ramp again. Elite just caught him just up in front of that big smoke, and there's nothing for Farley to do. No way for Astralis to trade. Liquid, meanwhile, again, have not only full ramp control, but they have B stairs. Glaive's still here trying to fight, and Elite tries to double up. A nice attempt, 4 health on Glaive. Zip, that barrel might be spotted. There's 3 players up close. They've contacted him to B, and they've seen him. He's trapped, and he can't even take one with him.
Oh yeah, double up for Nafly. And with that, the B site falls. Blame might be taking a peek in, but with Glaive so low, even though you get that nade kill, you still probably don't even want to think about giving this round a go. So they're going to bow on out of it. 5 on the board now for Liquid. And I got to say, man, it's a little concerning to me. I feel like the first few deaths of Farley kind of maybe overextending at ramp were forgivable. Now it's becoming like a routine problem, right? Yeah. Where he is offering up this fairly consistent A pick over towards that side of the map. Hope we can get to see the AWP in his hands soon. Yeah,
it's a little awkward right now. It's well played by Elige, though. He has that deeper smoke, right? Even though Astralis throw the bottom ramp smoke off of a lineup, Elige lobs one up, a big smoke, and it gives you basically a little pocket up on ramp. It can be so deceiving getting shot over and through smokes on this map, especially on the A ramp. But yeah, when the kills are on a platter like that for you, certainly no complaints from Elige. Definitely a player that needs to be performing top level today. With Inferno not coming through in this series as well, that gives that gives me more confidence in Liquid. I don't think that's been a great map for Elige as of late, and certainly not for Liquid, who were confident that someone will pick it against them. Back to ramp with 3, and again that deeper smoke just to give a bit of a bubble for Liquid. They're going to try and boost up over. Glaive and nades, combo as old as time, but nothing will connect to this one. OC's just AWPing shots through smoke, trying to bait peeks into the boost. Config and Zip have a nice crossfire setup, but Shox looks attentive. They just found Glaive, and Config's been cornered. Easy kill. Zip tries to move in to save him, can't do it. And right now, the defaulting for Liquid on both sites, every single round is coming up with kills.
Oh. Yeah, that one's a little rougher, but it's all well and good, right? Just one frag, one solitary, one over towards the B side of the map. Baby. OC, that's beautiful. He's been looking really good to open up, hasn't he, OC? Yeah. Which I am very much looking forward to. I don't necessarily think we've seen him like that 110% just yet, but this could be the series where we get that. And hell, man, what an exciting prospect. What a time to get it. I think it's probably helped by the fact that Farley hasn't really had that AWP and has been having a very rough time over towards the A-bomb site, right? So maybe OC starts to feel a little more restricted once that AWP's in play for the other side. 6-1 though, this is a really good T-half already that Liquid have under their belts.
And it only builds into your worry about how we know Astralis' T-sides have been struggling recently. This isn't even their map pick. All these details, all these factors, and Liquid keep getting out of control, swelling rounds together now on this first half. Very one-sided game. Not felt like Astralis have really been in control. That one little clutch out of Blame in their first gun round, that's all we've had. Config's trying to hype the folks up. Another very important gun round here for Astralis. You can stop this, you just need to get around on the board. Sometimes that easy can completely change the momentum of the matchup. Can Astralis find something here? Big green in their hands, but OC's waiting. Wallbang shot won't connect. Glaive's getting bullied by double nades up ramp. He's surely got to give it up this time.
Farley's at the sandbags with his AWP, right? Finally getting to bring that into play. And so you hope he can have a round. You hope he can get activated with it straight away if Astralis do want to start to pull this comeback. I think one of the biggest problems you face lately with, Zip having a bit of a dip in performance is you can't really have anyone else go quiet in the team. Farley needs to step up, and it's a missed shot over on short. It's not even close. Shox now moving in. Ashes will leave him blind, but he's safe from this boosted player.
Okay.
Ooh, but a spam goes a long way. Nitro, some things never change, do they? As Glaive smoke spams him with the A1S. Now that bomb plant in. Oh, there's the return. Nafly tasted their own medicine. It's Glaive and Blame are cut down. And with that double, it's the save. Team Liquid 7-1 up. The T side just keeps on building. It's showing no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, this is just impeccable right now for Liquid, and they're so confident. You can see it in every single round. They're even hunting these kills yet again. Don't want to give anything away for free. Massive exit for Config to keep his gun, but Naf's coming in as well. Config denies too, and so at least keeps these weapons standing for Astralis. But Liquid, they can suck the losses up. They don't mind. All they've got is dubs on fire now. 5 in a row, 7-1. Since that clutch from Blame. And this is getting very worrying as well, especially when you look at OC, who's performing extremely well to start this map. And, you know, Astralis have already had their own problems with AWPs. It's been all the talk of this Danish team ever since Device leaving. Felt like Lucky wasn't enough. Farley certainly looked damn good at the RMR. This is unlike him right now. But with the pressure on the young guy into a team of legends and just the name that comes with the org, gotta hope that's not getting in his head too much.
I mean, dude, here's something else. Like, this is kind of wild to think, but like when you look at like raw experience across the board at this sort of level, like Liquid actually have the edge there, as wild as that is to think about. You know, for even like Blame F, as much of like a staple of the Counter-Strike scene as he's been, this is still like the biggest matchup he's had in his career in terms of meaning at the major. So, you know, this is like a huge deal. And then like Farley obviously kind of falls into that camp as well. You know, the pressure's really on for these two individuals to try and show they got what it takes. It is kind of wild to think about it with Blame in particular, with how long he's been around.
Yeah. Another mid-take. Liquid just keep pulling different things out. While ramp has been conceded for now, Astralis have Blame back at sandbags alongside Glaive. Liquid don't really have much going on at A, just throwing some util up top ramp. Elite keeping their attention drawn to this side of the map. Astralis going back. They want to play a retake round rather than just get mowed down through these, you know, cross smokes again. This is all a ruse though. Liquid want to split this B bomb site. Nafly still up in middle. 4 players heading lower B. Zip on the bomb site. No util. Just got to fight his way out right now. 1 and 7 as the anchor player. This site can be so rough to hold. He's got Config here. Astralis seem to know what's up. Mid is a big gap right now. But with this B play coming in, Astralis know exactly what's up. Good help from Config. Saves Zip's life. And the nade won't stop him either.
Oh, overcon Nafly. Oh, it could have been big. Instead, Config still here, still the master of this B site. Lines up the first man over at Ram. Shox now throwing into this clutch. 1v2. Glaive and Farley on the other end. Farley, oh, looks like he wanted to push that.
Oh, yeah.
Shox, after getting kind of betrayed by that one-step taken, was looking deeper in at the generator.
It looked like he wanted to tap it, but I think he switched too soon. I don't think he even got that audio cue off, right? You can get a really, really fast fake in and you know, maybe force Farley out there, but good patience to not commit off the flashbang was very tempting, but with no tap, Shox just comes right to him, and Astralis managed to hold it down on B. Right now, Config's looking sick, right? Like, he's putting up some big B holds, even though Zip's just, you know, not really doing too much, getting a kill here and there, but Config, another multi, and actually stops the mid to B this time, especially after Blame falls. He only had a millisecond to flick back to Con to stop that split aspect from Nav. Could have gotten very much out of control. Another B stairs take for Liquid, but they've put a lot of onus on this position. Nitro's going to get mollied. That will suck his health right out. Flame's ready to re-peek on Glaive's contact, but Leech has cover, trying to run back. While Zip's been picked yet again at B, Config is still playing close. He's got that early info.
Oh, he wants to peek on the back of that util. Shox gets the spot, but he's spammed down low and doesn't want to risk going back and giving up this 5-on-4. Got the rest of his team moving in to join him. And I do like this, right? They just saw Shox leave B. The presumption on that is that Liquid are leaning over towards the A site right now, and Config did take this control earlier. So Astralis think they've made the right read. Now, they are starting to re-aggro over towards ramp, right? Glaive and Blame F kind of pushing in on this side.
Dear.
That's where Elige is hoping to play into matters, and he has kept 3 bodies over at that A site. Config here alone from behind double, can't get 2 of his own. Nafly will trade it. There's a lot of low players. There's a lot of injury here. Util will be devastating. Farley stops that plant. Nade now, or Molly rather, goes over. Nitro's got a delay.
Oh my God.
Follow-up Molotov, and by the time that fades, man, you've got only a few more seconds. Glaive is running into middle with that third Molotov right now. Will he be able to get it in? He's got to throw it on the fly. No, it won't get there on time. Nitro still dead as they run him down. And now Shox just getting the AWP out the map, trying to do much kind of economic damage as he can. There's the lineup. Forget the economy. He's trying to win the whole damn round. Going through the smoke. Shox is ballsy. They don't know about him. He knows. Up on the bomb. Glaive will check for it. And Astralis do get that one over the line. It's a good attempt out of Shox, right? Takes it as far as he can within the confines of the round he's dealt. But it will still be an Astralis round at the end of the day. Some good util usage to kind of suck all the pace, all the chaos out of that one.
Yeah, king of the smoke, Glaive, right? He didn't fall for that one. As soon as you lose track of shots, it was supposedly close stairs. And especially with that plant as well. Had no idea where he got into, but just holds on to the smoke just in case. And Shox, very nice try, but that's, again, another round locked in on this B-bomb site for Astralis, starting to build their way back in. Nice aggression from Farley, right? Not just the util combo, but upon realizing that Glaive couldn't get there to throw that third molly in time, he just pushes in off the plant. He knows it has to be a commit with 10 seconds left up. So, you know, kill and a half for config on B, despite Zip falling early. You know, Zip falling early is definitely the weakness. Liquid keep abusing it, keep exploiting it. But Astralis have managed all of their rounds on this B-bomb site. Dane's waking up. Perhaps Liquid can't get ahead of themselves. Short side smoke this time. Zip's even dropped B. This is different. Liquid have had this real estate for free in the past, so might not be ready for such an aggressive player, especially with config trying to sell it. Trying to bait them in. They look aware, but that molly's not going to clear Zip. It's not bad.
They really they've got the idea that he's down here. They knew all about it. Config has just saved Zip's life. I like that realization out of config, right? With all the util going in, he kind of cottons on like, okay, yeah, they clearly know something's happening here. And what it is might not be exactly clear, but blame, here we go. Yep. That's a freebie onto Elige. Will get mollied out, traded after the fact. Nafly's been good in this trade work. There's still more where that came from. Pushed up on the short side, rotations now coming through. Glaive with the pincer back onto ramp, and Astralis starting to exert a little bit of dominance here on this CT side, starting to streak some rounds together. Yeah, Farley with a double as well was a bit necessary. He's been very, very quiet to start this game. No AWP in that round, but no need. And yeah, it was a little awkward for Blame. Maybe expected a bit more respect, but of course Naf was going to peek with the Molotov and deny his exit from the sandbags. He even had a smoke. You can see the jitters are there right now for Astralis. Tried to take the gap, tried to keep up, you know, further man advantage as much as his team did on that B side. Quick with pistols, running through smokes, a pace change. Astralis going to hear all of this though. That wood step is so loud. OC's burning down to 10. Elige eats a nade. It's very, very punishing for Liquid. Yeah, that's kind of brutal. They smoke one of the mollies, but obviously like Astralis threw two, and it like split them in half. So as they ran back through the smoke to try and stop burning, they were burning more in a different Molotov. Yeah, this round's cooked. No getting out of this one. Naf again trying to lurk mid. Has been a bit of a consistency on these B splits. Astralis have cleared ramp, and they now know exactly where Liquid are. Ooh. Yeah. All right, OC, there's one. But there shouldn't be too much more success in this round for the Liquid squad, right? Shox going to try and hit this little timing over in middle. As this is happening, Astralis are reflashing themselves in towards B ramp, just confirming that Liquid aren't here. Going to give them a far better picture as to where these two could have gotten to. As that clock's ticked on down, you can see they kind of lean towards middle, they lean towards A. With OC now dead, Shox is going to get out mid. Okay, AK now retrieved. Shots with a third, or second rather. Farley out of the round and a B plant open. Plant's already good enough, man. Shox has made this a profitable round, but can he take it any further than that? No. BlameF will put a stop to it. Wrestles him to the ground. And Astralis are in with a fifth.
Yeah, I know who I'm betting on in that one. And physical altercation for Blame gives him 4 kills in that round on both bomb sites. Yet again, this guy is keeping up the rounds for Astralis, whether Liquid like it or not. And the gap is closing, man. The gap is, you know, it was there. Liquid was 7-1 up. Astralis are starting to string gun rounds into this CT side. Pressure getting lifted. Would love to see an, you know, OC AWP opener here for Liquid. Oh dear, that smoke completely missed. Off the map with you. Wasted utility, a rarity from Astralis. Coming from the hands of Farley in there. He's going to be sat back in middle with the green. Glaive, solo ramp, a lot of responsibility. Here's the tag, though. Elige close in smoke. Glaive's going to get out. He knows he'll get mutual respect. Elige didn't want to push in after being tagged. Noise Q is so obnoxious. Farley still has mid on complete lock. So Astralis are freed up. Glaive wants to go back for a little bit more. Smokes are his friend, but they're your enemy, Liquid. Oh, even more to Elige. Can't find him, can't escape him. Elige has to give this up completely.
It's moments like that. Dude, it's moments like that where you're just hearing like the bullets rally through, you get dinked, you get tagged again by Glaive, and you could just feel like it's all flashing back into Elige's memory. Boost up, boost over.
But Nitro's in.
Yeah, Nitro's already up and past it. Now, Farley is inside of the site. However, Nitro way closer than they were ready for.
What?
Doubles up, BlameF. At least good for the trade, but there's a lot more coming up the ramp side. Needs a little bit more out of the muscle man, and Nafly will get rid of him. Config in Zip, 2 versus 3 in a retake at this A bomb site. They don't have util, but they do have a kit. Big looking to get stuck in early, is annihilated. Nafly having a hell of a game. It's all on Zip. Clutch Minister going to try and come back to that title. Now down to the 1v1, but on the other side, it's someone who can go blow for blow with him in clutches, can try to outdo him. He's on the bomb, but Shox denies it, and Liquid get that round on the board.
Oh, sweaty, very, very sweaty for either side. Seconds between that defuse and a round for Zip in the 1v3. Man, Nitro saved that for Liquid. What a beautiful double. And Farley's caught with nades out in the middle of the site. At that point, it's a little bit unlucky as well, right? His team had just boosted up. They cleared ramp. They killed what they think is the deepest player, but Nitro was already up in position.
Dude, so many of these Zip clutches would go down against Team Liquid, you know, and to see Shox, both of these players, like phenomenal clutches. I'm pretty sure Shox as well is like right up top of the board in terms of clutch stats, right? And like him and Zip kind of vying for that, man. Like, and he goes ahead and he gets it over the line for Liquid. These are like moments in the past where that might have fallen apart. That might have been like the beginning of the big choke. But Shox doesn't let it happen.
And that's what we needed for Liquid, right? We needed, you know, firstly maybe a removal of the cursed aspects of this team, but also a cool head, someone who can step up in these very high octane moments, not doubt themselves, not call the fake. We just saw Astralis called their 3rd out of 4 tactical timeouts already in this game, and we haven't even looked at the T side where the majority of their problems appear. Farley hits his smoke this time. Shox takes a spawn with the AWP, and he can't find that kill. Zip, a very risky jiggle, but no punish for it. Glaive, every round, something different. But will Smoke Spam get him down this time, or has he found the perfect angle? Hello, 1 kill. He knows Elige is coming, and there's a second as well. Glaive sees the leg, but OC trades it back. He's grabbed that AWP off of Shox and put it to good use. There really has been a changing in this half, right? Initially, it was Elige on his default A, solo often, getting kills, finding openers, causing a nuisance. Glaive has absolutely won that in the last few rounds. No question about it. Astralis have done such a good job again of holding on to utility. We see that in the back pocket for these guys with some of their molly combos on B right now. With 2 HEs, 2 smokes still available to stop plants. OC ding. Blame wants to finish the job, but he's being hunted yet again.
Nade could do it.
Oh,
Nade's gonna do it. OC on the receiving end of that one. That's about that Astralis util. Blame still fighting so aggro around this smoke at top ramp. And I mean, everyone is here for Astralis. Liquid gonna have to brawl their way in to a fully stacked site. They're taking so much time. This one shouldn't happen. Shox knows that. He's running out of there trying to save the orb. Won't survive the journey. Naf just doing damage.
Oh,
but
no.
now he kind of wants to push, kind of wants to die. And luckily enough, Blame F will give it to him. I do like that move out of Naf, just to run at them there. You're so screwed if you're just trying to tuck in at sandbags on like 20 health. You know you were going to die after time. So he just runs at them. He either goes for the glory, gets like some crazy double, manages to stay alive, or he just dies and still has cash in this round to follow.
Glaive plays that double so calmly as well. He knew there were 2 players up on ramp, but he didn't try and chase the second one, get caught, you know, falling off. He just pulled back and knew Elise would walk into him. There's Farley with a spawn and a pick off the back of it. Conflict's caught out in mid as they run him down with pistols. Farley has to hit some bangers here. Ooh, it's an awkward scope. They haven't dropped in just yet. He's found 2 already. Molly's going to do nothing. He can just sit pretty until Elise takes his head off. Zip stuck between 2. Got to pick a side to fight. Shox, keeping the pressure on. He's even being backstabbed from the stairs. Teammate trying to help out. Elite caught the cross, and Shox traded at the end. It's Astralis really pulling that half together, given how it started, but ultimately an excellent T-side for Liquid on Vertigo.
Yeah, I mean, you just got a phenomenal first half out of Blame F, but it shouldn't come as any surprise, right? This guy's been incredible at the major so far. Right, it's just been lights out.
Yeah, second highest rated player of the entire tournament right now. Only second to Degster, which is nice to see. We already know how these CIS teams have been performing, many of them making it through, and even more today with a couple of chances in these 2-2 games. But we swap over.
Yeah, and I mean, something that's been a bit of a reoccurring theme in some of these matchups is like these ludicrously good first halves out of Blame F's, where he kind of is on that CT side, or I guess just CT halves out of him. And then, not to say he falls off entirely, but you definitely like notice the little less at times on that T side. So hopefully he can keep that going. He's going to need to if Astralis do want to pull this one all the way back. Opener for Farley has set them up for the A play. Now, Liquid don't really have the util to like play super retakey here. They kind of need to push around this smoke, prod their way back in, and Alicia's presence has at least stopped that plant for now. Short-lived though, knocked out shortly after. Flashes on Naf, but aren't going to be worth a lot, right? As he's fighting here alone, he's flashing himself into these peaks. Now going to try and use this second one a little wiser, hoping it can set up Nitro, but he's never given the chance. Farley, this is a really good pistol out of this guy. Went from being a bit of a problem area early on to now opening up with a double in this T-side pistol to put Astralis on level pegging with Team Liquid.
Yeah, Glaive missed that flank timing. You know, Nitro had such a good timing up on short, but I think because Liquid peeled off and stopped peeking, Astralis realized, like, yeah, there's got to be someone behind us. We're getting backstabbed, and so they go and just double-check back Farley, like you said, with a lovely round. Shox loses 1 armor, 1 health to that bomb, so not even a free helmet either, or a cheap one, which is a shame, but the save is at least allowed. Elise, man, he had the round in the palm of his hand, but kind of expected Astralis to be a little tighter there. They had 2 XX smokes. They only threw 1 on the left side to try and get up from short, potentially going to re-smoke it in the post plant, but Elise had such an open chance to take that planter out, and he gives it away. Astralis, that was a little bit scary, a little bit shaky for a second, but a pistol round is going to do them justice. Oh, that looked on it for Elise, but Glaive, the MAC-10 headshot through the edge of the smoke. That wasn't, a perfect one-way for Elise, just thrown on the fly off the back of that Molotov. And you could see Glaive still had a pretty nice angle over it. Now Astralis just can group up and hit this A site, which was already weak in the pistol, is weak in the second. Just Nitro sealing elevator side with almost no way of stopping a plant.
Yeah, and I mean, with that fight not coming through, it should just be a save now. I would have even maybe liked to have seen just a full 4-man save. That's kind of like a blame F from his time back in call style play anyway. Try and get as many of these, you know, 4-sport weapons out.
Yeah, I also like the way that Astralis execute there, especially considering it's round 2.5. They throw in a short side smoke to get them up, cover from that awkward boost headshot angle where Deagles and Scouts can, you know, tear through you. But also they smoke elevator. They don't throw the two, you know, site walls where CTs can rush through with a primed flashbang and stop a plant. They just have so much more room on that A bomb site to feel comfortable. And that's part of the reason that Liquid just give it up completely. They can't throw bodies through smokes. And so 5 alive in the second round is of great benefit to Astralis' money early in this half. I called it a great T-side, and it was for Liquid. 8 rounds is fantastic, but given how this game started at 7-1, it certainly feels like a momentum change. We need Liquid to dust themselves off in that next gun round.
Well, it sounded like Nitro was coming in with a bit of a call for this one. Bit of a mid-lean out of Team Liquid. He's peeking ramp early with this USP. They hear that rally off, and that's kind of an invitation. Config holding for this mid aggro, and Elige is going to get busted trying to cross quietly in the mid round. Meant to be an Astralis round, and well, now it will be. Blame makes it so.
Yeah, he's great at farming ecos, this Blame. Like, there's one thing you can't argue with, and if he hears they're on pistols, he will tear through them. Suddenly turns into that entry player that we know and love a little bit more than usual. But very clean shots, no better guy for the job right there. Crushes Liquid's head in his bicep, and Naf has to save his Kevlar. But this is the buy for Liquid, and boy, do they need this first round. Not because this one's out of control in terms of scoreline, but just because of the streak that Astralis are putting together right now. Liquid need to quell it before it's too late.
Now, I'm not worried just yet, right? I mean, it's kind of been part of the course thus far. Astralis win the pistol. They don't often fall down in getting those conversions, so they've been able to get that kind of 3 in a row. This is the real test. This is like the real eye test, right? This is the moment where we're going to get to see, do we get worried for Liquid? Do they immediately bounce back? They've got everything they could possibly need. A kit in play, good bit of util, AWP in OC's hands. Up against a bonus round. You know, the stage is set for a response from Team Liquid. If Astralis do manage to get this past them, they'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Out into mid for Config and Blame F. Flash goes in. Naf's only good for 1. Now, he wasn't too blind. Would have loved the double up there. But turning away from that flashbang, just offsetting the crosshair for a moment. Nitro... What? Will he turn? Will he check this? Yeah. Yes, Glaive. Oh, shot in the back. And that's a real feel-good moment for Nitro, who was getting bested a lot in that first half from these kind of smoke short plays out of Glaive.
Astralis still take a lot of space. They don't let that ruffle their feathers. They know that Nitro ran back, so you know, the timing is pretty good for Astralis to walk up ramp right now, but Liquid just have the manpower to play the site. Elige has even left middle on a gamble to reinforce this one. 3 on A right now. He still has to check middle, but this is a full commit for Astralis. 3 players walking in behind the molly. Don't know how Nitro sees him and wins that fight, but OC finally doubles up, and that is what we wanted from the guy. He was 9-1, and in this round 11-10, he had really slowed down on that T-side AWP, but a massive impact round with 2 kills to close. Don't even let Astralis get into the bomb site. And yeah, Naf, like you said, would have loved the double, but that flash was perfectly designed, just meant to make him turn. The fact that he even gets one in that mid-engagement is surprising. OC not had the spawn, just going to be throwing the smoke like Farley once did. Shox has even dropped B. Audacious.
Oh, they're moving up through all these smokes at ramp. Glaive's running it. Glaive is looking for these openers. Bit of smoke spam. You'd love something to come through for Elige on the back of that. And even Shox now getting spotted down here at the bottom of B. That is an opener out of Zip. They try to fall back, they try to react to it, and it's this crossing off of ramp, it's this decision to try and capitalize on Zip's pick that gets 2 players killed down towards ramp. They run it before that smoke's plumed.
God, that A1S is so silent. Zip looked below him.
Dude, he was like prepared to kill Blame. He was like, yeah, I'll shoot him. He's shooting me.
This boost is being held. Now, your gun can stick through the wall. This happens if you quick switch. Or if you jump too high, your head pokes over the top. Oh my God, Naf, he was crouched. Zip, he couldn't see a thing on that angle with a crouch CT in position. Naf was perfectly playing for that boost. Blame is still going to get the trade. 25 and 11, high impact, especially in that first half. Can he come through with a round saver right now? Him and Config. This is going to be one hell of a round if they can do it. Running up into A, no smoke for the wall, and Elige is already here.
Oh, mate, the flash out of OC is beautiful. Blame, so blinded. 15 seconds, Config can't do a thing. Elige goes up and over, and in with a third. Tying this game up now for Liquid at 10-10. Okay. All right, then. Astralis has still got money, right? They're still able to keep the purchases coming through.
But that was like the deepest ramp peak we've seen all game, right? Think about even Astralis on the CT side. They were just playing. Glaive was hiding in short smokes, pushing through close ramp, maybe playing sandbags or headshot angles. But Liquid, that re-aggro completely caught Astralis as they tried to leave to go back to that B-bomb site. They were expecting a little bit more respect. Molly down, it's a nice nade. But no one standing in the firing line. Baiting for Elige, who's pushed up on short. It's a flash to middle. The orb's pushed off, but oh my God, one tapped by Config, just bursting out onto the scene. He will get traded. Naf and Spawn won't let this get out of control yet.
I mean, top performer Shox still holding strong over at this B side of the map. So if Astralis do want to try and follow through, they've got quite the duo to look to get past. They go quiet for now in the 3-on-4. Trying to decide where to go next, what to do. And with this deep ramp peak out of Elige, you could justify an extra man moving over towards this B site right now. As the util goes in, I think Nafly is going to be the movement. Right, starting to make his way over. Shox, a one and done here could be enough to set them up nicely. And so a 3v2 as they attempt to cross in. The bomb now dropped out in the open and Blame is low. With mollies and nades still in play, it was never meant to be his round. He goes fighting, tries to bring that to the realm of a 1v1. But I mean, even if that engagement didn't happen there in that fashion, there was more than enough utility to just win the round for Liquid the moment he attempted to tap that bomb.
Yeah, 3 CT rounds in a row now for Liquid off the back of their first fight. It took a long while for Astralis to even get established in their CT half in the first. So this is a far better sign of things for Liquid up against a squad that is now on eco. One nade up the ramp to try and force a bit of respect, but Elige is not in the giving mood. There's A site fighting deep. Nice spray. Gets one. Off on Nitro transfers for 2 and 3 as well. Pistol out. Close it, buddy. It's Elige to help. A full house between the old boys of Liquid and 12-10 as they get rid of the eco. Not even an AWP available for Farley unless he's glass. And even he is considering it, not buying until very late.
I mean, I love the kill distribution on Liquid. It's like everyone's really, chipping in. You look over at Astralis, and it's like a one-man army right now. Rounds won or lost
look
based
at
on the
this.
success of Blame. And look at the aggro in middle. This is so confident.
Oh.
Shox manages to get out of there. It's not every day Config gives you a second chance at life. And there's even this boost employed on the A site. Glaive was never ready for that. I love this from Liquid. They do so much early. They really grind for that opening pick. And now that they've got it, they don't want to give anything over. It's a lot more reserved. Still, these kind of gimmicky positions in middle, right? Another boost employed. And they're just tearing the Danes down. Blame and Farley left up in this one. But they're going into what is essentially a stacked A bomb site all alone. Blame. Well, he does get one. He wasn't ready for the Elige wrap Supreme up the short side, and Liquid, they are on fire.
Yeah, this is incredible. Elige just looks so much better in the CT side as well, right? Previously on this team, before the current form of the roster, he was a B anchor. Man, he really never had fun over there, did he? Was often just, well, we all know what a B anchor looks like. Zips having trouble as well as he was in that first half. So, you know, Elige now back on that A-bomb site. Very, very nice for him. Free roaming, spamming smokes, good util as we know he's got, and 3Ks that round to put Liquid even further in the lead, forcing the final timeout out of Astralis. It's a 3-map series, Harry, and you know this screams a competitive one at least. But Liquid right now, use the word gimmicky. I don't think there's a better word for it. They have so many things in play. That deep aggro mid play that forces Astralis to activate quick into the 2 boosts.
And I mean, this is where, like, the idea that Astralis used 3 of their 4 pauses in the first half is like a big problem, you know? Like, their T-sites have been the issue, and suddenly they've used their only pause here for this partial investment round. They go running out into middle, Nafly churns them up. And really, I mean, I look at this, like, with Blame dead, with the guns you got, there shouldn't be much of a chance here. Shox, back of B, does have assistance from Nafly, who's already dropped in. B-side's just off limits with these 2 here, it feels like. Config and Zip, now just Config. I think reality kind of setting in. This one ain't happening. Elige wide swings him. Liquid playing with confidence. Full confidence in that, right? They're believing that this map is already theirs, and with good reason. They've streaked all these rounds together. The only ones that Astralis have managed to muster in this second half was the pistol and those subsequent conversions.
And this is sick for Liquid because they've not really been tested on this map up against, you know, tier 1 opposition. They're often just playing NA and Brazilian teams. Last time they took on an EU squad was Heroic back at Pro League, which they did win. But this is not a normal day in the office. They've come in very well prepped. God, Lead, full set, full NA, right down the bottom of ramp. He's trying to smoke it off. His teammate nades out as well. Pull your gun and put it to use. Blame will stop too. Liquid suddenly snuffed out in this round. Didn't know when to quit. Playing with confidence, but maybe not knowing when enough is enough.
I mean, those are the kind of rounds that Blame really wants. You know, he wants you to get aggressive. He wants you to come to him, and he gets that double down at the base of ramp. It set Astralis up so nicely in this one. Now, with that kill kind of getting traded over here in middle, and we get into this 2-on-3, Liquid, how do they want to play this? Early on, they had Nafly B leaning, but I think they realized that's a little too split up. It's a little too, you know, spreading your resources thinly. They go for a bit of a gamble lean, more so towards this A-bomb site. And now that util goes over B. I'm really curious if they want to give this a go. I know C's got a lot of utility, right? That could be reason enough for you to want to give it a look in. He's starting to make his way over. He's flashing that fly through the smoke. That is just full ballsiness. Tries to make a play, tries to save the day. But that's not happening this time around. Astralis will break this streak and finally put up a T-side rifle round. However, a lot of it comes from that aggression down the A ramp, right? Getting fed that double kill over at A, getting fed a double swing over in middle. Liquid might not want to go back to that aggression in this follow-up round, and so those kills might not come so easily.
Yeah, I'm really liking these XX on B for Astralis. They're running the same ones, you know, when they can, when they're given the stairs control. It's double molly, quad default, and it's double smoke, you know, towards green. Coming left, right side, just locking Liquid out. There's no way to do it. They had to just go full hero through smoke for Naf. And with him dying, it's a reasonable save. Plenty of money to justify that attempt there for Liquid. Just trying to keep Astralis honest. But as we know, and as Liquid fans know, game's not done until 16 is found. Astralis may be out of pauses, but Liquid, they've got to keep running through this one. Farley back on his AWP. Haven't seen much of a head-to-head between him and OC in this map, though. Free smoke on B, knowing a Molotov is coming. Naf's got a lineup, perhaps just for this same choke point. Or either a one-way on stairs. Farley looking through that sidewalk gap, and he's got it. Elige finally gives it up. Patient is Farley. The Dangerous Dane puts a pick on for Astralis. 5-on-4. Shox feels the need to get aggressive with that flashbang he drops. They're going to hear that. They know exactly what Shox is up to. Dropped in front of this smoke right now, looking for legs underneath it. But even escaping here can be very dangerous. There can be gaps over the top. Zip is looking for it. You see he has something, but Shox jumps over and gets back to safety. Astralis going to walk through the smoke at this point and get ready for another one of these BXX.
Oh, the timing on that duck down for Shox. He goes back, but yeah, that will sign his death warrant, man. He just wasn't ready for them to be so deep up the ramp. The timing couldn't have been worse. Zip with the opener. OC has reclaimed one kill.
Oh, what?
Nafla Nitro getting stuck in with a frag apiece. Suddenly, this two-man retake swinging on out, and the bomb's not even down yet. Glaive all alone, flashed off, still good for the first. A 1v2, and Nitro's dead as well. Glaive versus OC. A 1v3 turned 1v1 from the man at the helm of Astralis, the man trying to keep his major runs looking fresh. He's cut from different cloth, quite the pedigree. Glaive eventually is to commit to this bomb plant. OC now moving in, out through the CT side, swinging, and that's where Glaive bests him. A 1 versus 3, and a little bit of confidence inspired in Astralis now.
Oh yes, Liquid, now they're feeling it. Now they're feeling the burn. What a beautiful round out of Glaive. Even that smoke spam on the second one, just through the lip of the gen smoke. So Glaive-esque, so Astralis, and Clutch is finally coming through very, very late in the game to keep them in this one. It's what woke them up. It's what gave them their first round in this map anyway, was Blame doing it, and now Glaive has joined the party. Sickening round to keep this game going. That would have been 15 for Liquid. Denied, and a timeout. They need to cool off after that one. Astralis, hey, they're probably appreciating that. Heart pumping for Glaive, I can only imagine. And Liquid still looking fairly stoic, but it's always in the back of your head, especially with someone like Glaive on the other side. Man, Naf's even got the second AWP out. He's having a great game, though, so I'm on board with it. Going to be taking it for an A-ramp peak. Heading towards the short side. We saw Farley find his opener there last time around, but smoked off. Elige is here. Sorry, Naf's in middle, rather. It's OC AWPing A. And he's looking through that smoke. Beautiful shot. Could barely see Farley. Double nades getting lined up for the B Tetris, but Shox is safe at the back of the site. No problem. 3 nades, in fact, thrown is a huge warning flare sent out. So Liquid know where Astralis is stacked right now. And Elige knows he has a max 1v1 coming down to the bottom of A. He really wants to take it. Glaive's not giving up that angle, but there's a bit of fight going on all game, and Glaive tries to pre-fire it. Elige, however, very cognizant of it. 5-on-3 now. Liquid, they couldn't close it last time. This is their best bet yet.
This could be 15 waiting in the wings on their map pick.
Any flickers?
He's going to have to, isn't he? If he does want to hit this, they're going to try and assemble this boost just to deal with Blame F, the man going up. And he doesn't often miss those. Oh, Config alongside him.
No
They're
way.
into B. This was a 3-on-5 that so quickly turned sour. Liquid. It's all hinging on this wrap, and Elige's feet, they've been spotted. It's the info, that's enough. Knowing about him. deals with that whole issue, and they hear OC running away. They hear him making a break for it. Astralis are on to 13. And I mean, man, there might be, you know, a collection of different players in the server. Might not look entirely the same. But the ebbs and flows, the way, you know, the feeling you get as a Liquid supporter, well, some things never change when they face Astralis. Nothing's certain, nothing's guaranteed, not even this save. Because guess who's hunting? Blame F is right here, having snuck past OC already. Not only is he dead, there was even chances to knife there for Blame.
34 kills, and yeah, he's just gonna giggle his way through that. A 3-on-5, Harry. Both picks down on A. OC getting the opener with his orb. Elige beating Glaive. You'd think that would be enough. But sick entries into the B site. Astralis have kept it fresh on B, right? They've run very flat executes at times, but they've also just been happy to pop in contact. That boost was beautiful. Naf could barely move his wrist before his head was removed by Blame. And, you know, this is the guy that we want getting those massive entries into bomb sites on T sides that we don't always get. Sometimes Astralis, when they lose config early, they can look really, really rough on T sides, getting entries, finding space. But Blame does it all there. Really nice openers into that B bomb site. And palm sweating for Liquid right now. No save. Lacking that money, this game is closing up. A 7-1 lead to Liquid, and we might just be looking at 14-all right now. They have to eco.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it should just go 14-all. Like, Liquid in this one.
It's done.
Shops is getting run down. Okay, good for the first, but now he's getting split up through the ramp side. Zip moving in. Hang on a moment. Alicia's Deagle's come out with another. This is getting a little bit weird. The bomb's suddenly going all the way back to join up with Blame, who's out on the A site. Liquid, because they don't have a lot to work with, they've panicked these rotations. They ran in fast to pad this side of the map, and look at Blame F, the guy. 34, now 35 kills deep in this, doing everything he can to make this major appearance something to remember. Blame doubling up. Liquid might have had a moment where this looked winnable, but you can't get past the iron wall of Astralis. Finally, Alicia's going to best him. You imagine he's done enough. You imagine he's already set Astralis up for 14 and dodged any danger in this round. Fake flash for Elige, but Farley don't fall for it. And he's out of there. He's saving. He's running away. Astralis bring this back to 14-all.
Oh, now another 3-on-5, Harry. Back-to-back for Astralis. They just keep doing it. The double opener, Shock stopping the quick mid to B, Elige hitting a dig. It doesn't matter. None of these advantages mean much for Liquid. Blame keeps breaking open bomb sites. What a perfect lurk to clear the entire site out. And one by one, Liquid feed him, rotating back in through CT spawn. Incredible. Astralis have really had trouble closing Vertigo games as of late, right? We got that stat from Devilwalk. Average lost rounds, or average 1 rounds on a loss on this map are 17. They love an OT. They've been full of them against G2 and Tropic Heroic, but this time they want to close it in reg. They've got a chance. Might need Blame getting 40 kills in 30 rounds, but it certainly looks possible.
It's just insanity, isn't it, man? 37 and 18. It's ludicrous. As long as Blame's still alive, you're always believing. One of these mid-to-Bs over in middle. Fly, it's only 1 kill out of him. Zip facing first. Up through the ramp side. Shox needs to win this. His B-holds have been the best part of this for Liquid, but he's gone right away. OC and Nitro, 2 versus 3. It's low HP on Zip. Chance to find him with utility. All the offensive stuff's gone. Blame dead. Zip also caught crossing. And so now it's Farley. Talk about a trial by fire. Round 29 at 14-all, and he finds himself in a 1v2. 40 seconds left to play with. A million ways to play it, and thousands of thoughts rushing through his mind right now as to what could be happening. He's going to keep it simple. Cross is in. Commits to the plant. Nitro swinging out from CT. Could offer up a pick here. Farley's going to go hunting. They're both there. P250's going to have to do it. And a missed shot. Oh, Nitro just gets it back under control. Alige was ready to be disappointed. He was ready to be upset. He already had his head in his hands, and Nitro just gets that round.
That was terrifying. Terrifying, Harry. If one AWP shot connects there for Farley before the pistol comes out, that's his. Nitro so low. But he chunks him down with a P2, and it's still not enough. Liquid now have used every single pause. There's no more breaks on this train past this point. And Astralis are fighting for overtime. I can't believe they close it. That was again, this time it's Liquid the men down. 2-on-3 back into that B bomb site. And the AWP for OC has stepped up massively, right? Farley's had a couple of picks, but by and large, it's been the CTA WP. It's been the NA side that's looked like the better sniper in this game. Astralis, no, B has been the weakness. That has been their way in. But finally, amid to be shut out by Liquid, and no better time for it.
A lot of util up a ramp early. Just a lot of util traded. That's more of a problem for Astralis than anything. Okay, blame F. All right, lad. Up through the short side. Not every day you see him up front of the pack, but he's taken all this room ahead of the smokes, and I like that he doesn't go further than this. He's already sealed the deal, and like, guys, they're not peeking ramp, don't worry, it's nice and safe. And the rest of his team start to complement this by moving up it. Lige over the top will get traded. Now, are they going to molly this? They've got one, not getting lobbed in. No one's looking at sandbags. Nitro could be in the position, out with a swing. Now they know he's here. Those mollies are going to start to come over any second now. And there it is, burning him out, but he dropped the smoke early, trying to play around it. Shocks his ramp flank, only good for one, as Blame F and Farley turn on a dime to deal with him. A 2v2. Naf and OC, they don't have Captain America and Nitro to guide them through this one. They've got to fly solo.
I can't believe Shock Swift that flank. He only got one. This game could be already over. Now Liquid in crunch time. Blame's going to swing. OC needs to hit that immediate shot, but he's left the angle. And his contact, the paranoia, the fear. Astralis have crept into the bomb site, and Blame has found OC down to 10. He's got the space. He's got the room. Blame is up in your business, up in your spawn. And OC core moving, leaves Naf alone. Blame's here to close, and he goes back for more. Double dipping, 40 kills deep, and 30 rounds of play. Naf has got to stop it.
Nafly's got to uproot the tankiest guy in the server, and out of it, and he's gone now. Now only Farley swinging! Naf's going to find him! And Team Liquid, they win the 1v2. They put a stop to a Blame F that's 40 kills deep to close this in round 30. 16-14, and it's Nafly rising to the occasion to make it happen.
How much can one man do? Not enough, apparently, Harry. And these clutches finally coming for Liquid right at the bitter end. That one tastes bitter for Astralis, losing Vertigo after a massive comeback in the first half. That was 7-1 up for Liquid. It felt fantastic.